Hey guys, Joe Dickinson here from Finish King. Today we're going to take the first listen to the Universal Audio Apollo X8, one of the new additions to the recently updated Apollo rack mount series. The Apollo X8 is an 18x24 interface that features 4 unison-enabled mic preamps. It comes equipped with surround sound formats up to 7.1 and fold-down monitoring. One of the best new features about this line is the hexa-core DSP, giving you a total of 6 Shark processors. This gives you far more processing power than we've ever been able to on single standalone units from UA, so this is incredible. It also has plus 24 dBu of headroom, meaning you can interface with the other pieces of gear in your studio and obtain the best possible performance. The interface's built-in TalkBack feature allows you to talk to the band from within the control room. The X8 is a superb option for post-production facilities or tracking a small band.
All right, so I'm here with Olivia Millershin, and I'm about to get our session set up in the console software that comes with the Apollo X8. So we're going to be doing some keys, some acoustic guitar, and vocals today. So first I'm going to start off with the keyboard. Notice that I have everything on UAD record for the insert effects. So this will automatically record all of my unison plugins on the preamp insert, and all of the inserts, whether it's EQ or compression, that I have afterwards. So I'm going to be using the Neve 1073 on the keyboard, which will be in stereo. So Olivia, could you play a little bit of that for me, please? That sounds great, thank you. And for her vocal, I'm going to be using the Manley Vox Box. And today we're using a Sony C100.
Hey, hey, oh, oh, da, da. I look both ways before I cross that street. So tell me, how the hell did I not see you coming for speed ahead? You coming for me instead? You coming for speed ahead for me?
All right, thank you. The Manley Vox Box is a great plugin for vocals. Not only is it a great, just really clean sounding preamp, but it also has an optical compressor, which defaults to a 3:1 ratio, nice and smooth compression, a de-esser, which I won't be using for this performance, then also a Pultec style EQ, which I'm adding a little bit of 200 and just a tiny bit of 10K. So on the auxiliary inputs over here, I'm going to insert an EMT 140 plate reverb. UAD does a fantastic recreation of the EMT 140, which is a plate reverb used on Dark Side of the Moon and countless records that we've heard over the years. Could you sing a little bit for me, please?
Sure. They say you're a little much for me. You're a liability. You're a little much for me. So they pull back, make other plans. I understand.
Sounds great, thank you. So for the acoustic guitar, I'm going to use the API Vision channel strip on the unison input. So this is a faithful recreation of an API Vision channel strip found on their Vision consoles or their legacy consoles, which includes a 212L preamp and a 550L EQ, which I'll be using. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Q outputs and the 2 front panel outputs on the Apollo X8 so we can monitor everything through headphones. Can you just play a little bit for me? And I'll set these up. So on every single channel here, we have sends that can go to Q1 or Q2. So for this session, The keyboards are running high Z in, and I'm plugging directly into the front input panels of the Apollo X8. The acoustic guitar and the vocal microphones are plugged into 3 and 4 in the back panel into the XLR jacks. So as you can see in console, I have two 1073s, one API Vision, the Manley Vox Box, and the EMT 140. And I'm only using 49% of the DSP that's available in the Apollo X8.
Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shores. I'll fly away. I'll fly away. Oh, glory now, and I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Yes, and I'll fly away.
So on Olivia's vocal, I used the Pultec EQ, adding a little bit of lows at 100 Hertz and a little bit of air at 12K, followed by the API 560, which is taking off some of the rumble on the low end, then followed by the LA2, which is just tightening up some of the very loud dynamics that she's doing, mild compression on that, followed by the Precision De-esser by Universal Audio to take away some of the sibilance in her voice. And then she is also running through the EMT 140 plate to just give her a little bit of ambience in the track. All right, so on the piano, I just used a little bit of the API 560 EQ, which is just taking off a little bit of the mid-range that builds up in the piano, and it's a tiny bit of the sub-frequencies at 31. And then I also sent it to an EMT 140 plate reverb just to give it a little bit of ambience. For the acoustic guitar, it's just a very subtle thing that's supporting the piano and behind Olivia's vocal. So all I did, I put an LA2 compressor on there just to make sure that all the transients and dynamics are the same. Smashed it quite a bit because the level is very small in the performance. And then I used a API 560 afterwards just to take some of the rumble off of it. I also sent that through the EMT 140 plate reverb to give it some ambience in the track. So by the end of the mix, I ended up with a total of 17 plugins between the console application and in Pro Tools. All of them are running off of the 6 internal chips in the Apollo X8.
Thanks so much for joining us for the first listen to the Universal Audio Apollo X8. If you'd like to add one to your studio, feel free to reach out to your audio consultant or visit us online at VintageKing.com. Also, if you'd like to learn about the other interface in this line, feel free to click one of the links below and find out which is the right one for you.